The players are in the tunnel. Here we go then. Just 3 wins from the final. This is when the dream of Wembley starts to appear on the horizon. But who is about to take a step closer, win this tie, and face Everton in the next round? A stuttering Arsenal or a bang in-form Liverpool? Let's join our commentary team, and it's good afternoon to Andy Gray, who's been there and done it, and Darren Fletcher. Afternoon, boys.
Good afternoon, Jake. Good afternoon, everybody. So here we go again. What have Arsenal learned from that humbling experience at Anfield 8 days ago? Liverpool bring the same set of problems, pace being the biggest one on last weekend's evidence. What do Arsenal do, Andy, to ensure that history doesn't repeat itself?
If I'm an Arsenal player, I'm wearing that red and white shirt as I'm stood beside this team who have just given you a good thumping a little while ago. I want to prove a point. I don't need my manager to tell me the importance of this game. I don't need my coaches to tell me the importance of this game. I know myself. And every one of those players who are coming out wearing an Arsenal shirt knows that they've not got something to prove to themselves. They've got something to prove to everyone here who's watching them.
They're two of the most successful teams in FA Cup history. It's a fixture steeped in drama and tradition. Will the Gunners be gun shy after their Anfield mauling, or can they find the magic touch again here to slow down the SAS? The whole of Arsenal versus Liverpool is exclusively live on BT Sport next.
Get Bet365 on your mobile or tablet now and discover the pleasures of the in-play. Let's get right on it.
So with Bayern Munich to come in the Champions League on Wednesday, Arsene Wenger makes 7 changes. He retains Mertesacker and Koscielny in central defence, as well as Mikel Arteta and Mesut Ozil. Flamini's back after a 3-game ban, while young French striker Yaya Sanogo replaces Giroud up front. Just the 3 changes for Liverpool. Brad Jones returns in goal to continue his run in this season's FA Cup. Daniel Agger replaces Kolo Touré in defence, the day now over an ankle problem. And Joe Allen comes into midfield in place of Jordan Henderson.
Well, the only negative I can think of in the team selections is that Flamini's come in alongside Arteta. I thought he got swamped at Anfield, Mikel Arteta, and I'm not surprised that Flamini's in there. I think a good decision from the Arsenal coach. Sterling started on the left and played there at Anfield where he could play right side. I think they'll have a look, see which side he can do more damage, see what side maybe they're being exposed on, and Sterling will play in whichever side it is.
Today's officials, the referee today, Mr. Howard Webb, his assistant.
It's a big day for him, young Yaya Sanogo, only 21. He starts a game for Arsenal for the first time, and what a game to start in.
Wow, good luck, young man, that's all I can say. Been there at a young age, I know what that feels like. His first touch, he'll be nervous, he's bound to be. And he'll want a good touch, he'll want a sound touch, and I would suggest make it a simple touch early on.
And it could be a record-breaking day for him. 8 successive games for the goal. He could make Liverpool history today, Daniel Sturridge.
Well, it wouldn't surprise any of us who have been watching this young man this season. Been in terrific form. The partnership of him and Suarez is there to be respected and feared. And unless Arsenal can hold him, as they did, don't forget, in the league game here, when Arsenal won comfortably. Everyone's forgetting that. And these two didn't score, but they're in red-hot form.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The world of football was saddened to learn.
Well, before the game here at the Emirates Stadium, just like everywhere else in the country this weekend, the fans will get their opportunity to pay their respects to the legendary Tom Finney.
187 league goals for his only club, his beloved Preston North End. During a 16-year England career, he won 76 caps and scored 30 goals. Tom Finney was knighted in 1998 for his services to football. Arsenal and Liverpool football clubs now invite true football supporters to observe a period of silence in honour of Sir Tom Finney.
It's been a fantastic scene before all of the games this weekend, and I think we both agree, Andy, don't we, that the best way to remember Sir Tom is exactly like that. Spontaneous applause and great outpouring of love right around the country.
Absolutely, football supporters are good at recognising a huge talent, and Tom was, absolutely no doubt about that, and a fantastic man, I believe, as well.
Howard Webb, the refereed the 2009 final between Chelsea and Everton. Liverpool haven't won the last 6 matches that Howard Webb has refereed them in.
They were pleased you said that.
So here we go then. Last weekend's meeting was all over after 18 minutes. By then Liverpool led 3-0 and Arsenal never recovered. It was the first time since 1964 that Liverpool had scored 5 goals against Arsenal. Everton await the winners in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. And it's a fixture that really needs nothing in the way of building up when these two get it on.
Yeah, just looking quickly, Raheem Sterling is starting on this left-hand side nearest us here. Thought he might. It's where he's comfortable, where he played. They can swap him whenever they like. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, 1 or 2 thoughts he might place more central. He's not. Play from the right.
First chance for Liverpool to break, it is Raheem Sterling. Sturridge on the run. Challenge came in from Coutinho, whose vision last weekend at Anfield was such a huge plus for Liverpool. 2 or 3 extremely incisive through balls, and he's one of those players who seems to get better every time you see him, Philippe Coutinho.
Well, I said make the first touch a good one, young man, and Yaya Sanogo did that. Wonderful rise and fresh chest trap there. Won the free kick. They feel a bit better after that.
Only Manchester United have won more FA Cups than Arsenal's 10. In fact, between them, they've won the Cup 17 times. They've been in 31 finals, some of the most historic moments in the history of this great Cup competition. Here's Suarez for Liverpool. Gerrard looking for the run of Sturridge, who sneaked in again, and it was almost another one of those lightning quick starts by Liverpool.
Oh, what a ball. You cannot give Steven Gerrard time to have a look. Look at him, one little look, and it's a brilliant ball and an unbelievable run. If there's any space in behind, no matter how small, these two can exploit it, and they almost did.
19 goals this season for Daniel Sturridge. I think the only surprise, the form he's in, is that he didn't give Liverpool a lead inside 2 minutes, as they were able to get at Anfield last weekend. Gerrard's corner, away by Lauren Koscielny. Here's Sissoko. Sanogo for Arsenal. Chance for them to break with Lucas Podolski. Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Sissoko stood his ground well. Liverpool still with 1 or 2 defensive problems, but Haga back in the side today. Sissoko doing the job. The first chance for Per Mertesacker to make his way into the penalty area. Lauren Koscielny in there as well. The delivery from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Suarez pressured by Koscielny, able to clear in the end, the Uruguayan.
Yeah, just a little overhit that corner. Disappointing from Oxlade-Chamberlain. But a bright start to the football match. If we thought it might be negative, no, not a chance. Liverpool looking to expose the 2 centre-backs, as they did time and time again at Anfield.
Conditions couldn't be better. Blue skies above the Emirates Stadium. It's dry. Hardly a breath of wind inside the stadium either.
Lovely score from Raheem Sterling, another young man playing with great confidence at the moment.
Joe Allen's turn to run forward for Liverpool. Really was a feature last weekend, those runs from midfield and the pace of Suarez and Sturridge. The guile and the vision of Philippe Coutinho. It's going to be interesting to see whether Arsenal have learned any lessons. Arsene Wenger did say in the programme today we have a very good defensive record, but when we crack, we crack.
Well, they have here, particularly a great record. Haven't conceded in the last 7 here.
Suarez through towards Sturridge. He's in again for Liverpool. This time he's around the goalkeeper. And again, slightly off target, but Arsenal can't keep giving these kind of chances to Daniel Sturridge.
Well, it's quite simple. They can't cope with the movement. You watch Sturridge's position, gets himself back on side. Coutinho's vision. Mertesacker has no idea where Sturridge is. Absolutely oblivious to the position of the centre-forward. And that's a real surprise. 2 great chances, and he's taken neither of them.
They've not conceded here, Arsenal, since the 8th of December when Gerard Deulofeu scored for Everton. 7 games and 5 minutes. But they've given Liverpool 2 good early chances, both of them falling to Sturridge. Ball in by Oxlade-Chamberlain, which is tidied up by Daniel Agger. Here's Sterling. Good strength shown by Sturridge.
Well, could have gone right. He had a chance, Daniel Sturridge, to go to John Flanagan, who was in acres of space. Podolski, as you can see, in the centre circle. Just not given the time to get his head up.
Sinogo. Oh, Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think it's fair to say, Andy, that Liverpool have picked up where they left off at Anfield last weekend.
100%. Look at that movement.
Suarez on the move. Over goes Koscielny, just able to reach it.
But it's desperate. You can see that it's last-ditch stuff. Lovely little touch into Joe Allen and reverse pass into his path. They're bright, aren't they, Liverpool? Really bright.
I think Liverpool here, 2-0 in November, the last team to stop Liverpool scoring in a match. Ominous look about the way this one started. Nacho Monreal late in the challenge on Joe Allen.
I think that's a daft tackle. Liverpool have one of the best deliverers of a dead ball from this sort of area in the Premier League, if not the best. And that's their skipper, Steven Gerrard. Now, giving a foul like that away, and that's a shocker that is from Monreal. He's late, it's dangerous, it's painful. But you don't give free kicks away to Liverpool when Steven Gerrard can put you under pressure from here. You really don't.
Punished them twice last weekend in the 5-1 win at Anfield. Early in the match, Gerrard with 2 set pieces that were both tucked away by Martin Skrtel, who's among the Liverpool players in the Arsenal penalty area. Gerrard's ball in towards Agger and Sterling this time.
And just in a little early, all Liverpool players. Just a touch. A little bit more height than I would have expected. Might have been an offside flag against Suarez there, but just slightly overhit from the Liverpool skipper.
Steven Gerrard is putting together quite a season for Liverpool in this slightly different role these days, more withdrawn, but still weighing in with 1 or 2 goals as well, the England captain. It's the job he's in there to do now, get back and break things up and do that defensive job for Liverpool just in front of the back four. The 17th time today that these two have met in the FA Cup. They've faced each other in 3 finals as well. Arsenal won the first 2, Liverpool winning the last one in Cardiff 13 years ago with the 2 late goals from Michael Owen. If there is a concern for Brendan Rodgers today, it would be Liverpool's record here at the Emirates. 1 win in their previous 10 visits.
Yeah, football does throw up those quirks. But right now, something that the Liverpool players haven't thought about. They've been terrific on the front foot since the first whistle.
Brendan Rodgers bringing to reach the quarter-finals of the FA Cup for the first time, and he knows if he does, it would be a Merseyside derby in the last 8. Some incentive.
Players must know, eh? Players must know. Mobile phones would have been going in the dressing room, wouldn't they?
Here's Sinogo. Arsenal yet to really test this Liverpool defence.
Look a little nervy, Arsenal, to me, early on. He's not happy. He would have liked his team to have settled quickly, but they haven't. Those 2 early chances when they were exposed again by Sturridge's movement and the quality of Liverpool's passing has just set his team back a little. We've just got to play some football like this, build up some confidence. It's not bad, that.
It's been a good competition for him down the years, Arsene Wenger. He's won it 4 times with Arsenal, the first French manager to win the trophy. And his side have their first corner following the misplaced header by Martin Skrtel. And it goes towards Koscielny. Brad Jones, who started the 2 previous games in the FA Cup this season with a confident punch. Sinogo battling for it with Daniel Agger. This is where Liverpool are so dangerous when they get the chance to break. Bissaka this time with the challenge. There's Oxlade-Chamberlain for Arsenal. Not too much in the way of support. Sanogo back to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Gerrard tracking him. Well, it was the right ball in from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. There was just a lack of bodies in the middle as far as Arsenal were concerned.
Yeah, ball's out. Just overran it. A little heavy touch near the end. Make them feel a little better, though. A little bit of pace and purpose to this move. Drive straight at Liverpool's back four. And a lovely little return. But that touch there, well, it just took it out of play.
Aga's missed the last 5 matches for Liverpool with an ankle problem. Carlo Torre's been in there deputising. He's on the bench today. He's had a couple of errors back there for Liverpool. Here's Podolski. Now Ozil. In towards Sanogo. It was promising initially for Arsenal.
Just looked a little ungainly as he went to try and make something of this. I wonder if he could have gone again, Ozil. Look at the support he's getting at the far side of the pitch. Decided to come narrow side here and, well, didn't quite deal with it, Sanogo.
And a couple of substitute appearances earlier in the season, one in the Premier League and one in the Champions League. Yaya Sanogo, who was a star performer for the French under-20 side at the World Cup last summer, but predominantly played in the second division in France, which is where Arsene Wenger got him from.
Yeah. Well, that's a big jump to go from there to here. An FA Cup tie against a side who are playing as well as anyone in the country at the moment.
Olivier Giroud is among the Arsenal subs today. Nicolas Bentner left out. Thomas Rosicky as well given a rest. All of this, of course, with an eye on Bayern Munich in the Champions League on Wednesday. Liverpool in the position to get the week off after this. Sissoko. Sterling is playing as well as anybody at the moment in the Premier League in a wide position. Luis Suarez spotted the run of Sterling.
Good defending. Good defending. Not only did Suarez spot the run, but so does the fullback. It's important that he tracks him. There's no intention of playing the ball, Jenkinson, just let it run.
Jenkinson's first start for Arsenal since before Christmas, December the 11th against Napoli, at the end of the Champions League group stage. The last time we saw Carl Jenkinson start a match for Arsenal. Bakary Sagna getting a rest, although he's another one on the bench. He has selected a very strong bench today, Arsene Wenger, so reinforcements there, should they be needed. Here's Mesut Ozil. Run made here by Monreal. It's going to be an Arsenal ball.
Well, that's the most frustrating thing you can ever wish for as a footballer. When you work a lovely position like this, no pressure on the ball, Monreal can pretty much put you where it likes. They work it really well. That little 1-2 there, now, pick someone out, put a ball in of some purpose. That's pretty poor.
Mertesacker on his way forward. His partner in there too.
You've got to be careful on Gallagher and Skittle are two of the most, let's say, tactile defenders that you're likely to see in the penalty area. And we know that this referee gave a penalty at Chelsea recently, and that sort of thing.
Helped on by Mertesacker. Jones didn't want to take a chance.
Well, I can only think the spin on the ball has affected his decision here. It loops up into the air. Seems quite easy. Either let it go or catch it.
Another chance for Ozil to deliver. This time it's in towards Koscielny. John Flanagan it was with a defensive header. Here's Nacho Monreal. Flanagan was late. Free kick to Arsenal.
We'll get back. Difficult to argue that. I don't think you can argue. He's tempted because the ball gets away from Monreal. Young full-back just sticks a leg out. Simple decision for the referee, that. Now, the quality's been average so far from the wide areas, whether it's been a free kick or a corner from Arsenal. We need to find a little bit of quality, get the radar working. We've got plenty of targets in there.
Mikel Arteta, this time, with Mertesacker, Sanogo, Koscielny, among the players waiting in the middle. Headed away by Daniel Agger, as far as Mesut Ozil for Arsenal. Back in towards Sanogo. Blocked by Gerrard, and then Arsenal lead through Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Well, he may have looked a bit leggy earlier, Sanogo, but he was anything but there. Wonderful control and confidence. To take this down, it's a poor one again, but they recycle it pretty well. And also look at Mertesacker, I think that's his target, but it doesn't reach him, but it doesn't need to. Great touch, and Steven Gerrard's done brilliantly for Liverpool. He puts his body in front of him, and he hopes that he's going to get a bit of luck, and it's going to bounce somewhere safe. It doesn't, and Oxlade-Chamberlain, fresh as a daisy, very aware and very calm, really gives Arsenal the lead against the run of play. The manager looks pleased now.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's third goal of the season. His two previous goals came in his comeback match against Crystal Palace. And that's exactly the kind of start that Arsene Wenger would have wanted. They were chasing the game from the opening couple of minutes at Anfield last weekend, but despite weathering that early Liverpool storm, they've settled into a nice rhythm, and they lead 1-0. Arsenal hunting again, Oxlade-Chamberlain again involved, this time Sissoko with the defending.
What a shot in the arm that is. It really is. Hasn't shown much as an attacking force.
Here's Jenkinson. Podolski. Oxlade-Chamberlain finds the German in a bit of space, although Coutinho in quickly for Liverpool. Podolski again. Well, they had to come from behind twice in London in midweek, Liverpool, to get the 3-2 against Fulham.
Yeah, slightly different, I think, with respect to Fulham.
The atmosphere inside the Emirates now, absolutely rocking. John Flanagan battling with Sanogo. Flanagan made his comeback in the Liverpool team here at the Emirates in November in the 2-0 defeat. Since then, he's really had become one of Liverpool's more consistent performers at right back, the young under-21 international. Here's Suarez. That's a foul by Nacho Monreal.
Just getting a little too close again, Monreal, to a football he can't win. Again, it's a cheap free kick from the full-back. You've got to be careful, one or two more of those might just attract the attention of Howard Webb.
Skirtle and Agger on their way into the Arsenal box. Steven Gerrard over the free kick for Liverpool. It's in towards Skirtle, who's unmarked, although Howard Webb has spotted a foul on Mertesacker by Agger.
Well, it might be a foul and they might have got away with it, but I would be slightly alarmed if I was Arsene Wenger in the way that Skirtle's found as much space as he did.
Free kick now at the other end for Coutinho's foul on Oxlade-Chamberlain, and another Liverpool player in the book, Philippe Coutinho, shown the yellow card by Howard Webb.
Again, he's struggling to get back. Can't argue with that one either. Two bookings, can't argue with any of them.
He was the one Arsenal player to really show pace and energy at Anfield last weekend, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and he started really well. He's got the goal and playing with real confidence in this Arsenal side. Player who's sure to be an important member of the England squad in the summer. Injury, of course, permitting. Already missed 5 months this season with the knee injury. Ozil with the Arsenal free kick. In towards Koscielny. Confident goalkeeping by Brad Jones. And then Suarez with the early ball towards Sturridge. And Sterling and Suarez making their way forward. And Sturridge might not feel he needs them. Gives it to Suarez. And with the defending done by Nacho Monreal, they can hit you so quickly, Liverpool.
That's what they do. You might be on the attack, but unless you're right at the back, you get exposed. Brad Jones took a chance there, but got away with it. But look how much space. Surely one has to be marking. One has to be marking the space. Instead, neither is, and they allow Sturridge just to gallop forward. Picks the wrong ball this time, though.
Coutinho's going to have to take this latest Liverpool corner. She's dealt with by Nacho Monreal, back in by Skirtle. Away by Sanogo. Steven Gerrard. Good touch by Suarez, but determined defending by Laurent Koscielny, and he's won the free kick as well.
Pity he didn't let it go just a second longer. The ball broke to Oxlade-Chamberlain. He could have been going at Ali Sissoko. Does well Koscielny because he's got himself exposed in the wide area. But he does really well there to win that and get the free kick.
Well, they were a bit exposed, weren't they, for the opening 5 minutes or so, Arsenal, but they're much quicker to the ball now and not giving Liverpool anywhere near the kind of space that cost them so dearly on Merseyside last weekend.
It's amazing what a goal does to a football. He'll be a little happier, but he'll still be a little concerned because Sturridge and Suarez and Sterling, he knows, still pose a massive threat at any time in this game.
It's always going to be a really big couple of weeks for Arsenal with the game at Anfield and then Manchester United here in the Premier League, this one today, and then Bayern Munich in the Champions League. They've got another run similar to this in March as well.
They have, but the difference in March is most of those games you talk about, big ones, are away from here. Most of them this month are here.
With Flanagan, loves to get forward from that right-back position. Nacho Monreal, the Spanish international, did well. Ozil. Started off really well, didn't he, Mesut Ozil, when he made the move from Real Madrid, but maybe just slipped a little bit, Andy, recently?
I think so, I don't think recently. I think over the last 7-8 games, the standards have slipped. He looks a little, not leggy, that would be a wrong thing to say. He just looks like he could do with a couple of weeks off, just to recharge his batteries.
John Flanagan. And Suarez. The ball into a good area by Luis Suarez.
It's a waste of a ball, really, because it's so good. Shakes his head, Suarez there, but this is fed into a beautiful area. Look at that, right across that corridor of uncertainty there.
Well, Ali Sissoko in towards Joe Allen, away by Mertesacker.
Suarez has gone down holding his face. I'm not sure if it happened there. He's picked himself back up. I can only think with his lack of complaint and reaction, it might have been accidental, there might have been a collision.
It's a rare one from Steven Gerrard.
You just see us running, just run straight into Lucas Podolski. Don't get him angry, that would be my advice.
Here's Steven Gerrard. Gerrard's never scored on this ground for Liverpool. Did score at Highbury before Arsenal moved here, but it's not been a happy hunting ground for Gerrard, the Emirates Stadium.
That was better from Mikel Arteta. He came a long way, but he got himself engaged with Steven Gerrard. He stopped him getting his head up. He stopped him playing a pass. I think that's something that if Ozil's not going to do that, then Arteta might have to. Steven will do this all day long.
He'll be suspended on Wednesday. Arteta against Bayern Munich. There's a good challenge by Oxlade-Chamberlain. Sterling waiting for something to open up for him. Sheffield United have equalised in the other FA Cup match taking place at the moment. Connor Cody, who ironically is on loan from Liverpool, has equalised for Nigel Clough's side against his old club, Nottingham Forest. So 1-1 at Bramall Lane.
So not only the potential for a Merseyside derby, but the potential still for a Sheffield derby in the next round.
Brings back memories of Alan Cork scoring the goal with the beard, doesn't it? Wembley in the semi-final.
Arsenal have been much better this last 10-15 minutes defensively. I'm talking about the stop to service as much as anything. Sturridge, Suarez, Sterling still making the movements, but it's much more difficult for the Liverpool to find the passes through to them. Good again, closing down.
And Sterling. Flamini back in the side after 3 games suspended. They've only lost 3 times, Arsenal, this season in 23 games when they've had Flamini in the team, just to emphasise how important he's been. Here's Flanagan with plenty to pick out. It's not a good ball in, though, by young John Flanagan.
I don't think Arsenal will mind that. If Flanagan gets it wide and he's launching it in from that far, and you look up and you've got Sterling, you've got Sturridge, you've got Suarez, none of them the most prolific in the air, and I would expect my 2 centre-backs and Jenkinson, who are all well over 6 feet, to deal with stuff like that quite comfortably.
Well, a fantastic run here, Arsenal. They've not lost at home since October the 29th when Chelsea won here. Commanding header from Martin Skrtel.
Just offside given against Daniel Sturridge, I think, so ball back to Arsenal.
I've seen quite a few grounds over the weekend with not too many people in them, but the Emirates is just about full. You can hardly see an empty seat around the place, and the atmosphere will tell you just how important the Arsenal fans feel this game is today, and their side have made the start they wanted. Here's Mesut Ozil. Now Podolski. Gerrard back in there in that defensive position, forced to concede the corner.
Well, a much brighter Arsenal in control of the ball as well. Everything about the play since the goal has been sharper.
Mertesacker and Skrtel can renew acquaintances. It's in fact towards Koscielny this time. Brad Jones happy to catch it.
That's a giveaway, Brad. His manager won't be too pleased at that. 2v1 Sturridge was. This time Monreal and Jenkinson had got it right. Monreal marking, Jenkinson on the cover. So it was really a giveaway.
I suppose you don't need much more of a lesson than when you concede 5 goals against the side, but they're much more aware of Liverpool's pace, it would appear, today, Arsenal.
Yeah, they've stopped the service as much as anything, as I said, Dan. I think that's been the key. Early on, Steven Gerrard, Joe Allen, etc. were getting their head up, they were finding passes, Coutinho, but since that goal, if you think, very, very few times have they got down the sides and in behind the back 4 of Arsenal.
Can't recall a side keeping Suarez this quiet for the opening half an hour of a match for quite some time. The Uruguayan who's been irresistible for Liverpool this season. Sanogo looking to capitalise on the mistake, but can't find the through ball to Podolski. Here's Coutinho. 2 or 3 times they tried to play that ball out to the wide area, Liverpool, without success. Nacho Monreal has read it well.
I think if there was one criticism I would have had of Liverpool's start, it would be that, for me, Luis Suarez, he's been far too far on that right-hand side. It's the tackle, Steven Gerrard, something about nothing, really. But Suarez has been, I think, too much. He's been asked to play down that right-hand side. I've hardly seen him in the central areas of the football pitch. And I think he needs to be involved anywhere around and outside the 18-yard box. He is a genuine menace and a threat. And I think Arsene Wenger will be delighted to be looking up time after time and seeing him out on that right-hand side.
That's on by Ozil. It's the point you made earlier on today, though, the fact that there is no Henderson in the team, that just gives Liverpool that little bit of balance. He's able to fill the void, isn't he, in the wide positions when he needs to. Henderson's had a minor operation on his wrist this week, hence why he's on the bench, as Flanagan is clattered by Podolski.
He hasn't got booked. Wow. Liverpool fans are not happy about that.
Here's Coutinho, looking for the run of Joe Allen. And another chance here, the Brazilian. Suarez on the move. Here is Allen, challenged by Koscielny. Sterling skips away from Jenkins. A good run by Sterling. Well, he had options there, Sterling. In the end, he was blocked by Flamini at the expense of a corner.
Decision-making at this level is so important. He does absolutely brilliantly up to here. And then has a look and makes a wrong decision. Tucked a little ball back to Joe Allen, who just pulled into a lovely position. Yeah.
Here's Gerrard. Away by Mertesacker. Brendan Rodgers has been extremely praiseworthy of Raheem Sterling recently, saying that in his opinion he's the best wide player in England at the moment, and his form has been exceptional as far as Liverpool are concerned.
Well, that was a little cameo of how good he is, but you know, when you're a young player as well, sometimes it's the decision making, it takes time, and you learn that with experience. Well, he didn't get booked for this, but I'm not sure why. When Flanagan just skips past him beautifully, and if that isn't a booking, then he's a lucky boy, Lucas Podolski.
He got away with it a bit, then Gerrard able to make the challenge, and
I bet he doesn't get away with this one.
no.
Again late, looking to stretch for a ball he can't win. Usual booking for him. Only 7 this season, that's not bad. 1 sending off. Okay.
That's what he's in there to do, isn't it, Mattia Flamini? Sissoko's ball. But Monreal was aware of the attentions of Flanagan behind him. Well, they're coping really well at the moment, Arsenal. 35 minutes gone, they've got the lead through Oxlade-Chamberlain. And they've managed to snuff out the threat posed by Liverpool in the main.
Yeah, I thought they were really nervous to start with, and maybe that's understandable after the thumping they took. Picking up the papers every day and reading that the season's about to collapse about their ears. So they did start nervy and edgy, but since that goal, they've been much better.
There's Sterling. Mertesacker with a challenge. We didn't get that feeling downstairs, did we? Arsene Wenger was all smiles before the game, and they did seem pretty relaxed down there, the Arsenal players. There's Coutinho through towards Joe Allen. And Fabianski has had little to do in the last half an hour or so. Quickly off his line to deal with it. Here come Arsenal with Oxlade-Chamberlain. Space here for Ozil and Flamini. Ozil again. Good balance by the German. Away by Skrtel. Podolski snatched at it.
Well, it's the one you would have wanted it to drop to. Lucas Podolski, and on his left foot. Listen, he has to do everything very quickly. This is a good move. They get plenty of support. Look at the red and white shirts around the edge of the 18-yard box. And when this drops to them, listen, it's very quick. He has to control it, set himself and strike it. But he's capable of it.
And a couple of goals in the previous round here against Coventry. The German international Lucas Podolski. His first goal in an Arsenal shirt was against Liverpool in a game at Anfield. Liverpool haven't won an FA Cup tie in London for 19 years. The last time they won a cup tie in the capital was at Selhurst Park against Wimbledon. And John Barnes and Ian Rush scored that day. Now times change. Oxlade-Chamberlain was looking
Unlucky.
for Ozil.
Unlucky. They could have just reined that in, Ozil, taking it on his stride. Skrtel would have had a problem.
Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain, good ball as well, Ozil. Sanogo waits in the middle. Now Podolski. Monreal. Now Oxlade-Chamberlain. Sanogo unable to find the return ball. Liverpool can bring it away now with Sterling.
Yeah, I'll get a little tight edge of the box there.
Looks a lot more involved today, though, doesn't he, Mesut Ozil? Been around the ball a lot more than we've seen in recent times. Here's Coutinho. Flanagan to Suarez. Koscielny quickly across though, and then another firm challenge by Flamini on Joe Allen. And all of a sudden there's space here for Mesut Ozil. Podolski trying to get forward with it. Sanogo just colliding with Agger off the ball. And then the crossing by Podolski too high for Yaya Sanogo, but another promising position for Arsenal.
They should have done better. Watch the two of them clash. Sanogo, Agger tries to block off his run and Sanogo just brushes him away. And that was nearly a bad decision from Daniel Agger, because a ball in there, because he'd turned off, because he'd turned away, oh, that could have been costly. I like to see that young man not being bullied by his senior pro.
He's not shirked the physical stuff, has he, Sanogo?
He's a big lad.
Well, there's plenty of games coming up, including tomorrow in the FA Cup. Championship against Premier League, Brighton against Hull City. And then in the Premier League at the weekend, Chelsea against Everton. Big game, that one.
They will all be big games in the run-in now, you better believe it.
There's Sturridge. Sterling's made the run. Mertesacker this time able to read it.
Better, dropped off earlier. Got himself in a better position, Mertesacker.
Here's Podolski. Skirtling firmly. Now Suarez, what can he do this time for Liverpool? Sturridge in the middle, Sterling there too. Still Suarez. And in the end, a decision from Howard Webb is goal kick to Arsenal.
It's been that kind of day for this young man so far. Not quite happening. Not quite happening. As I say, I'd like to see him. Obviously, Sturridge has been told, you play more central, Daniel, and Suarez play from the right, but I just think Liverpool are losing something with him so far wide.
5 goals in 7 FA Cup ties so far in his Liverpool career. Luis Suarez, he got 12 in 12 in the Dutch Cup for Ajax. He's just been on this fantastic scoring run this season, the Uruguayan international. You mentioned Mertesacker, Andy, reacting so much quicker. He must have gone to bed every night and thought all week what happened to him at Anfield last weekend.
Well, that's what I said to you when they were in the tunnel. If I was an Arsenal player, I would just be wanting to say, let me at it. I've got some making up to do to my fans as much as anyone.
And there's been the kind of response so far that Arsene Wenger and the Arsenal supporters would have wanted to see. Leading 1-0, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain with the only goal. Here's Joe Allen for Liverpool, did well. Now Suarez. Allen. Coutinho. Coutinho again. Runs into Mertesacker, cleared as far as Sissoko. Now Sterling. Coutinho quickly spotted by Mesut Ozil, and now the Arsenal counter-attack is on. Lots of space on the other side for Podolski, and Gerrard tracking back for Liverpool, and he's earned himself a yellow card.
I think that's called taking one for the team. When the ball was pinched into the box, Steven knows what he's doing, Steven Gerrard. He knows his team are in trouble. Podolski's breaking left-hand side in acres of space. And I think the skipper says, I've got to stop this attack. I know I'm getting booked, but it's going to be one of those that's worth it. But when you're him and you contest the football as aggressively as he does at times, you've now got to play the whole of the second half, not mistiming a tackle.
His 39th FA Cup appearance for Liverpool today, Steven Gerrard. It's towards Suarez. And just to wriggle away from Nacho Monreal, and with only half a sight of goal, he's able to force the save from Fabianski.
Brilliant. A chance from nothing.
Now Sissoko. A better spell this from Liverpool. Sterling to Coutinho. Was spotted by Arteta. Now Gerrard. Suarez. Suarez went for the chip.
Not sure what he went for. I would normally have said yes, he went for the chip, but I don't think he did. But the save he makes, Fabianski take on. This is fantastic football. I mean, he's all on his own. He's 2v1, but he's got the power, and then he's got the ability to do that. Just sensational. Now, he did go for the chip. give him the benefit of the doubt.
I've lost count of how many times down the years I've heard you say, take it early, catch the goalkeeper. It's exactly what Suarez tried.
When he's not set, yeah, he doesn't expect the shot.
Header won by Sanogo, who's given both Skirtle and Agger plenty to think about physically in the first half. Now Lucas Podolski. Allen with the challenge. Howard Webb plays the advantage. Sanogo. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Sanogo. They've worked it nicely here, Arsenal. Now Podolski, slightly heavy. Sanogo gets the shot away, which Brad Jones fails to keep in. It's going to be an Arsenal corner. The deflection came off Agger.
Well, he's growing, the young man. He's confident in taking the ball. He's going to run at people. He's happy to accept it in tight areas. Worth taking the shot on. This is a challenge. Eyes on the ball. You're going to get that. You go up early. Not a lot he can do about that.
In towards Mertesacker and Sanogo. Agger up there for Liverpool. Sanogo had a swing at it. And in the end, Howard Webb spotted a foul, which will bring respite to Liverpool's defence.
I just don't want to switch off right now. This is a Liverpool team who can score at any time. The pace they have.
Plenty of pace shown there from Raheem Sterling. Jenkinson, though, did well. Howard Webb thought about it.
Oh, don't do that, young man. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. No, don't put your hand on an official. I think they might call Steven Gerrard over. He's a little upset that this decision went against him. It's a good little battle, that, and it's a difficult one to judge. Referee took a long time. I think he's fortunate, Raheem, that he's so young, because I think if he hadn't been, then it might have been a different outcome.
There have been one or two decisions this season that have been debated involving Howard Webb, but he handles that kind of situation so well, doesn't he?
He did there. And that's the best way to handle it. Let's get off.
So Arsenal have the lead at half-time. Sturridge had the early opportunity for Liverpool, but Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, with his third goal of the season, expertly taken after 16 minutes of the first half, means that Arsenal, who were hammered at Anfield a week ago, lead a week later in the FA Cup at the Emirates. Half-time, Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0.
Half-time at the Emirates, Arsenal 1.